Michael Robinson, Netflix caught a downgrade last week from Morgan Stanley. Shares are bouncing back today from good news at the Golden Globes. Stock's pretty pricey. Why do you like it?
The growth potential is enormous. People don't talk about this much, Greg, but the millennials are growing up on it and they own that market. Another thing that's very important, we're getting ready to have a big refresh cycle in television. We're going to ultra high def TV. At CES last week, Netflix debuted a new 4K initiative. So I think there's a lot of growth potential and they throw off a lot of cash.
You're also a fan of Amazon. Now,
I only like expensive stocks.
This is a very pricey stock, 151 times next year's earnings. That said, not a lot of people short it like they do Netflix because people are afraid of Jeff Bezos. Why do you like this stock at such a high multiple?
Bezos is such a great leader. I look at that. Leadership's very important. I like all their back end. People don't talk about this, but they bought a number of robotics firms. The biggest one was Kiva Systems, $765 million. This guy is putting money back into the company. I would be worried if we saw a lot of negative cash flow as well as thin margins, but they're throwing off an enormous amount of cash. He can afford to be patient and build the business.
Now, Apple's down from its highs. You have a lot of people in the pro-Apple camp. You have a lot of people in the anti-Apple camp. You're pro-Apple. Tell me why.
Well, I love the technology. It's a very well-run firm. Tim Cook is turning out to be an excellent CEO. I still think he's not the starry-eyed visionary, say, that Steve Jobs was, but he's an excellent manager. The new Mac Pro, people aren't really talking about. This is redefining how we do desktop. Then you've got all the iDevice things. This move into China is really big, Greg, not just for the immediate sales, short-term sales of iPhones, but these guys are great at upselling. I think it's Forrester that said in 2009, global spending by governments and big enterprises on Apple products was 1%. Today it's 8%. That's an 8-fold increase in 5 years. And this is what Apple is going to do in China. It's going to get its hooks in with the iPhone, and then it's going to upsell to the iPad and MacBooks and iTunes and Apple TV and all of the things that they have to offer.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael Robinson.
Okay, thank you, Greg.